Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie and today we are doing my July TBR. I didn't do my June TBR and I was so sad because I love doing these videos and I love creating a TBR. So I of course needed to jump back into July. I'm so happy I already completed my entire June TBR and there is a video if you want to check it out. I read my entire June TBR in 1 week. So if you're interested to see the books I read and the books I did pick up for June, you can go check it out. I'm so proud of myself. I can't believe I did it, but it was so much fun. But let's just get into my July TBR. I have been rolling on reading books and I'm so happy with it. So I think we're gonna do 8 books. I feel like I'm feeling strong this month. I read all my books in June, so I'm definitely ready to take on a little bit of a bigger TBR. So let's get into it and choose my July TBR. Top number 1 of our July TBR, a highly anticipated book. I actually do have a book in mind for this that I have been wanting to read for quite a while now. So I think I'm going to pull Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Stone. I have really been wanting to read this one, so it's highly anticipated for me on my TBR. This book is about Lenny. She has a very tough life right now. Her best friend actually just passed away from cancer, so she is grieving and trying to grieve through that. She can't really handle a lot in life right now, so the one gig that she does pick up is a temporary babysitting job, and she is helping out an overworked mom named Reese and her daughter Ainsley. The thing about this is Ainsley's uncle is always around. He's kind of like a grumpy sunshine character, and his name is Miles. Miles knows a lot about grief, so he gives Lenny a proposition that if she completes her entire list of a live again list where she tries to do things to live again, that Lenny will help him connect with Ainsley and regain a relationship with his sister Reese. I think this will be really good. I think it will be sad, but a really good healing story, so I'm excited to pick this one up. I feel like a lot of people can relate to Lenny because life changes are extremely hard. Obviously she's going through a lot and is grieving, but even the slightest life change can be very hard to navigate. When I was younger, I thought I would have my entire life figured out in my 20s, and although I'm so grateful for everything I do have and all the people in it, my life does look a lot different than I expected it to be. The changes in my life definitely have me thinking about my mental health and ways to take care of it, which is why therapy is so helpful with all the ups and downs that life throws at us. So I want to thank BetterHelp, who is the sponsor of today's video. They are on a mission to make starting therapy easier. Therapists are there to listen, ask questions, and help you see life from a different perspective. They can give you advice and techniques that are useful to your life to make positive changes, and it is super easy to get started. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire and you will match with a therapist in as little as a couple of days, which is so nice. If you are interested in getting started with therapy, click the link in my description or go to betterhelp.com/NatalieLawyer and you can get 10% off your first month of therapy. Thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into our second book of my July TBR. Also, happy summer, guys. I'm so excited. It's finally summer. I'm actually going on a really exciting trip this week to see my sister, and you best believe I will be filming there, so I cannot wait. But let's get into our second book of our July TBR. Ugh, a book written by a man. Oh my goodness. I have never gotten this one before, I don't think. That's crazy. I think every single book on this TBR is written by a woman except for this one. This is called For His Heartbeat, a Drumline by Sam Coleman, and this is kind of crazy, but I actually know Sam personally. He is one of my sister's best friends. He recently wrote a debut novel and I am so excited to read about it. This book is about 24-year-old Reese Findley, and he is actually in a wake of a schizophrenia diagnosis. Through this, he loses his job, independence, his friends, basically everything. His new life revolves around intense parental supervision, a lot of therapy, and just people not understanding him or his illness. But tensions explode when Reese's neighbor is mysteriously found dead and Reese lacks an alibi. I'm so excited to read this, especially because I know this author, but I'm going to be as unbiased as I possibly can while I read it, and I am so excited. The first book I have on here by a man, surprise, surprise, but I'm very excited to get into it, so I'll have to let you guys know what my thoughts are when I'm done. Book number 3 of our July TBR, a book by an author you've read before. Also, guys, if my eyes are like tearing up in this, it's because my allergies are so bad. I don't understand why. Like, I've been so good. I do have really bad allergies, but I've been so good up until now, and then all of a sudden it just like hit me today and I'm kind of dying, so just bear with me. I have read quite a few of these authors before, but I have certain books I'm so excited about, so I think I'm gonna pull this one. It's called Dream On, Ramon Riley by Ashley Herring Blake. This is actually the same author who wrote the Bright Falls series. It is a sapphic romance series. If you've never read it, it is so good. She recently released this one. I saw it in store and I was like so confused because I did not know she was coming out with another book. So this book follows Ramona Riley. She was once a student at a prestigious art school and she had dreams of being a costume costume designer in Hollywood for the stars, but her dad actually got into a car accident and passed away, which obviously changed her entire life. So she ends up moving back home and kind of giving up those dreams, and she starts working at this cafe. But this might be her chance because a big budget film comes into Clover Lake, which is where she works. But there's a little problem because Dylan Monroe, who was actually Ramona's very first kiss, is the lead role of this movie coming to town. And Dylan Monroe has always lived an unconventional life. She has these rock star parents, but her goal is to kind of stand out on her own, and so she wants to do that in this film and make a name for herself. So she ends up getting a job at the cafe. She then asks Ramona to show her around and do normal people things so she can live this life and become part of the role. But soon Dylan realizes that Ramona isn't just some small town waitress. She's actually someone she thinks she knows. So we'll see how their relationship pans out. I'm so excited. I love a good sapphic romance. This one is a new release, so I'm so excited to add this to my July TBR. Book number 4 of my July TBR. Ooh, a fantasy book. If you watch my videos regularly, you know I am less of a fantasy girl than I am like a thriller or romance girl, but I do love a good romantasy. It can be romantasy, right? We're gonna agree that it can be romantasy. Oh. I'm picking a Rebel Witch for this. This is the second book in the Crimson Moss series. I think I read Heartless Hunter back in January or February. I'm pretty sure it was January though. And absolutely loved it. Like devoured it, rated it 5 stars, and I still have yet to pick up Rebel Witch. I don't know why. I honestly have no idea why, because I know I'm going to love it. If you have not read Heartless Hunter, you must. It is a must read, one of my must reads of 2025. I'm obsessed with it, so I really have been looking forward to reading Rebel Witch. I just haven't picked it up yet, so we're definitely going to pick it up in July. If you guys don't know what this series is about, it's about Rune Winters, who is a witch, and she basically protects other witches in the community because people want to kill them. And she meets this witch hunter who she then kind of falls in love with. So we're gonna see how the second book pans out. The first book had such a cliffhanger of an ending, and so I don't know how I haven't jumped into this yet, but I am so excited to add it to my July TBR. Book number 5 for our July TBR, a book that ends in an even number of pages. Let's see what we have. I do kind of want to add a thriller, so I think I'm going to check the Thrashers because I have been really wanting to read this. So let's check if it ends in an even number of pages. Ooh, it does. It ends in page 340 if you're not counting the epilogue, which I'm going to say that that's fair. But yay, this was like one of the top books I wanted on my July TBR, so I'm so excited to add it. So this book is about the Thrashers. They're basically this elite group at a high school. Jody was actually never supposed to be a part of the Thrashers, but one of her child best friends, Zach, is a part of it, so she kind of has an in with them. But when Emily Mills, who desperately wanted to be a Thrasher, ends up dying, the whispers start to ensue, and Emily's journal surfaces, and detectives obviously look into this. So Jody kind of has to decide if she wants to protect herself or save her friends. I've heard such great things about this from some of my friends on bookstagram, and I cannot wait to read this. I think this will be like one of the first books I probably pick up in July because I'm so excited about it. Can't wait to add this to the July TBR for book number 5. Moving on to book number 6 for our July TBR. Ooh, a book recommended by someone. I think I do have a few honestly that were recommended to me by someone. This one was recommended to me by Faith. She talks about it all the time. This one, Paper Dolls, was actually recommended to me by my mom. She talks about this all the time and really wants me to read it. And then Only for the Week, I think I put on a TBR once and I didn't end up getting to it, but it was recommended to me by Shaughnessy, so I definitely want to get to it eventually. I feel bad for not picking Faith or my mom's right now, but I think I'm gonna go with Only for the Week simply because it is such a summer book. I mean, literally look at the cover of it. It's based on a beach, so I feel like I have to pick this one up. Oh, and also I remember this book is based in Tulum, and I'm actually going to Tulum in August, so this is perfect. I should read it before I go, right? This book is about Janelle. She is a doctor, and her sister and her ex-boyfriend are getting married, which I think is so bizarre in the first place, but is what it is, I guess. But Janelle is ready to let off some steam. She has all these maid of honor duties, and her sister's being a bridezilla, so all she wants to do is just relax. So when Romeo, the best man, gives her a proposition that they explore their undeniable connection for a week, she agrees, but with one condition: it only lasts that week. But Rome is actually looking for a chance to win her over, so we'll see if he does. But again, this book was recommended to me by Shaughnessy, and I think it's the perfect month to pick it up in July, so I can't wait to read this. Book number 7 for July, a book with food on the cover. Ooh, this is so fun. Let me see if we have any books with food on the cover. Does that have food on the cover? No. 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 I I think I'm gonna count this because it's the only one that has semi-food on the cover, and it's an apple. I know it's shaped into a heart, but it's basically an apple and we'll count it, right? This is all I have. So I think we're gonna choose Summer in the City by Alex Astor. This is her debut romance novel, I believe. I think she's only done like romantasy, fantasy stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've seen from her in the past. So I think this is her debut romance novel. This artwork, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with the cover, obsessed with the artwork on the inside. Oh, look at the little heart in the front. And then I know everyone's not a fan of sprayed edges, but I think these sprayed edges are so cute. The little taxi for New York. I'm obsessed. This book is about Elle. She has a chance of a lifetime to write a big budget movie set, and the problem is she's had a writer's block for months, but only has till the end of summer to get this completed. So she ends up moving back to New York City, where she never thought she would be again, to try to write this screenplay. And when she moves in, she realizes her new neighbor is this tech billionaire bachelor that she actually hooked up with like 2 years ago, and it's been an enemies to lovers situation ever since that. So when she sees him, this turns into a night of hate writing, and it gets her somewhere finally. So she thinks this could be the missing piece. Meanwhile, he needs to fake a relationship for his business. I think this will be fun and obviously perfect for summer. A lot of these are summer books, which is obviously great for July. So I'm excited to read this and read her debut romance novel. Our very last book of July, a book that's under 350 pages. I want to reach for this one because this author, Anna Todd, is actually going to be at the Columbus Book Festival this year, and I would love to meet her. This one is over 350 pages. I might pick her up if I have time in July before I meet her, because I think that would obviously be fun. Let's see, is Wildside? Wildside is not under 350 pages. You guys corrected me in my video because I accidentally picked up the 4th book in this series when I meant to get the 2nd one. So let me look up the 2nd book and see how many pages it is. Swift and Saddled is the 2nd one. Let's see how many pages it is. 320. It says 320 online, so hopefully it's not lying to me because I don't have the physical book. We're just going to use this as a reference. But this one's under 350, and I feel like a lot of them are short, so I think that the 2nd one's probably under 350, and it says 320 online, so hopefully it's not lying to me. But I don't even have the book to see what it's about. It's the 2nd book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I read Done and Dusted last month and absolutely fell in love with it. It was my top read of last month. So I'm so excited to continue on with the series, and thank you for correcting me that this isn't the 2nd book. Otherwise, I would have started reading this one and been not probably confused, but just like it wouldn't have been the right order. So I'm glad you guys caught that. So we're gonna add Swift and Saddled as our last book of July. But those are all the books I'm going to add to my July TBR. We have 8 really great ones, and I'm so excited to get into all the summer reads. Finally, it's now summer officially, so I am very excited. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what books are on your summer TBR, what you're most excited to read this month, because I'm always interested in what other people are reading, so that would be so fun to see. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.